Good evening, everyone. We're told the girl was inside with family when those shots were fired. She was hit by one of those bullets.
Police, we know, still investigating who fired that shot and exactly where it came from. It happened at a home on Crane Street, just south of I-94. Jermont Terry is there live. And Jermont, how is that little girl doing right now?
Sandra, that little girl is okay. Now, she was shot once in the butt, according to DPD, and now cops came here to Children's Hospital only after doctors notified them that a 2-year-old showed up at the ER with that gunshot wound. It turns out the little girl's mother jumped into her car and brought the child here to Children's, but that's about the only thing that's adding up tonight, and here's why. Now, the preliminary investigation shows that someone shot this child inside a house on Crane just off Gratiot on the east side. Now, there's no denying that this little girl has injuries, but exactly where the gunfire came from is the big question. When police started to investigate the crime scene, they discovered that what the child's mother told them about how this 2-year-old got shot just did not add up.
Report that we received from the mother was that somebody fired shots into their house. And because they fired shots into the house, that's how the daughter received her injury. It does not appear that this was a shooting that happened outside the dwelling with rounds coming inside. It appears that it may have been an accidental shooting inside the location. At this time, we don't have who did it or who may not have done it. The home was filled with a lot of people. There were a couple firearms that were recovered from the location.
Now, officers found 2 guns inside that home once they searched it, and they cannot say tonight whether or not those were if either gun was used in the shooting. Interesting enough, police saying that there were multiple adults and children inside the home at the time this 2-year-old was shot, but unfortunately, they can't get a clear story from anyone that was inside the home. Now, we should also point out that this 2-year-old, again, received injuries once, shot in the butt, and we know that she is in stable condition, recovering here at Children's Hospital tonight. Reporting live outside Children's Hospital, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
And Jermont, those guns were indeed recovered. Are police saying if those guns were registered at all?
Right now, they don't know if the guns were registered, Sandra, and we should also point out, police telling me late this evening that it doesn't appear that this little girl and her mother, they didn't even live at the house, so they were visiting. They're trying to piece a lot together, essentially, who owns the guns and if they have the right gun in question, but they really need to talk to the people that are inside their house. They know something for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of confusion. All right, thank you, Jermont. Sean?
3 Baton Rouge police officers and the man who gunned them down are all dead tonight. The officers shot and killed in an ambush attack. Jay Gray is in Baton Rouge as police now try to find a motive in this deadly attack.
Much of East Baton Rouge is still locked down right now following a Sunday morning attack on police.
Shot fired, officer down, shot fired, officer down. Got a city officer down, shot fired.
2 Baton Rouge police officers, Montrell Jackson and Matthew Gerald, as well as Sheriff's Deputy Brad Garafola, were killed. 3 other officers were injured, one that remains in critical condition right now. As fellow officers rushed in to help, the gun battle continued.
We've been advised that the subject may be still shooting. We're advised that they may still be shooting.
That suspect, now identified as 29-year-old Gavin Eugene Long, was shot and killed.
We think the suspect is down. We have him over there. We're going to check him out with a robot before we lighten up on him.
Investigators say Long was armed with a rifle and dressed in black. Police and federal agents are working to determine if others were involved in what the mayor of Baton Rouge has described as an ambush. The killing spree comes 10 days after 5 Dallas police officers were killed by a sniper and less than 2 weeks after the controversial shooting death of Alton Sterling at the hands of Baton Rouge police, throwing the city into the center of protest and the national spotlight. Sterling's aunt has called for an end to the bloodshed.
Because at the end of the day, when these people call these families, and they tell them that their daddies and their mama's not coming home no more, I know how they feel because I got the same phone call. Stop this killing. Stop this killing.
Message that echoes from the White House.
Only we can prove that we have the grace and the character and the common humanity to end this kind of senseless violence.
The family, once again, mourning the loss